Recording in progress.
Good evening. Almost Rosh Chodesh Nissan. We're celebrating already. We're on the way to Geula. We just heard that one of the ladies in our group is getting married tomorrow, and we think of Simcha of Mazel Tov. Let's start with last time this year for this class, Nissan Adar. It's still Adar, and we're still trying to grow with the Simcha. So, B'Shenichnas Adar, we have to get happier and happier, and we already mentioned that when we grow above logic and understanding and above intellect, we get to the level, it's going to burst. We're going to get all the way to the end of whatever we can do Simcha, and it's going to break all the barriers, and the Simcha of Adar is going to flow into Nissan, into the Geula, and they're going to bring the Geula. So that's our class today. We're going to dedicate to connecting between Adar and Nissan, and one of the best ways to do it is to connect between the two birthdays. The birthday of the Rebbetzen, which was on Monday, Kavhei Adar, Rebbetzen Chaya Mushka, the wife of the Rebbe, and the Rebbe's birthday, which will be on Yud Aleph Nissan, but we're not going to have a class then, so we're going to celebrate it now, because next week we want to dedicate to Nigunim of Pesach. So we'll connect it anyways with Pesach some ways. Let's start with Nigunim connected with the Rebbetzen. So we don't know any Nigunim that she composed. I don't know if she was playing, but she loved music, she loved singing, and she used to sing a lot. One of the things she used to sing, trying to hide it so nobody will know, was after Lichtzen, after lighting the Shabbos candles, she used to sing this song. That's what somebody heard that he happened to be there, somebody from the family, I don't know, because she tried that nobody will be there while she's lighting the candles. Somehow she worked it out, but somehow it was found out. There's a song that I don't know the words for in Yiddish. Avram Fried is singing on the famous nigun that we sing on Yom Kippur, Ya'aleh Tachanunenu. He sang it with Otatenu. Father, have mercy on the children, bring the Geula. That's what she used to sing. So that's a song that Avram Fried put words on it, and the Rebbetzen used to love to sing. And for after Lichtzen, something about Tatinu. You can probably look it up on the internet. Anybody who's quick enough can look it up and put the link here so the ladies can see. If not, send it to me. I'll send it in the group. But yeah, I don't remember the way the song goes. There are other songs that were written about the Rebbetzen. One of them is the famous nigun we do also connected with Shabbos. Kabbalat Shabbat in Shul. So many shuls around the world that sing this famous melody, which is a Chabad melody. They put words on it. I even know who put the words on it. The words were put, a very talented lady. Her name is Miriam Goldberg. She's Miriam Lerner from home, famous Chabad Hasidim from Russia with Mesirut Nefesh. Her parents are doctors, and her father is this films of his dancing in old person dancing. That's her father. So she put the words. לעצמה לא חשבה, ימיה כולם הקרבה. שלוחיו של הרבי תמיד נודדה, כמו אם שדואגת בכל בעודה, שהרביץ של צניעות לעולם בידה, בכל שעשה לא נודע. גם הרבי וגם הספרים שייכים כמובן לעדת חסידים, ביקשה להיות קשורים, כי אנו לה כמו ילדים. שלוחיו של הרבי תמיד נודע, כמו אם שדואגת בכל מעודה, שהרביץ של צניעות לעולם בידה, בכל שעשתה לא נודע. The words in Hebrew, whoever doesn't understand Hebrew, they are talking about the Rebbetzen, that she was always hiding and she was so introvert, and all the Hasidim were her children, because Rebbe and Rebbetzen didn't have any children. But once when a naughty kid, kid always have that nerve, ask, where are your children? So she said, you see all these Hasidim in Seven City, they're all my children. תמיד לבדה, ושנשדה, מצווה עם האור כחיים לפקודה, כמו אם אהובה, לעצמה לא חשבה, ימיה כולם הקרבה. שלוחיו של הרבי תמיד נודדה, כמו אם שדואגת בכל מעודה, שהרביץ של צניעות לעולם בידה, בכל שעשתה לא נודע. גם הרבי וגם הספרים שייכים כמובן לעדת חסידים, ביקשה להיות קשורים, כי אנו כמו ילדים. שלוחיו של הרבי תמיד נודדה, כמו אם שדואגת בכל מעודה, שהרביץ של צניעות לעולם בידה, בכל שעשתה לא נודע. So this beautiful song, if you don't understand the words, you feel the atmosphere. It's a nigun for Shabbos Yom Tov that was written without words. Here's another one. Shabbos Yom Tov nigun also was composed without words. For many years, I thought it was from Rabbi Aaron Charechotonov, and turns out it's probably not. It could be from Yankele Talechaner, Yosef Toner, all these figures that wrote many beautiful, famous nigunim for all kinds of Hasidiyot. So we'll sing this one. מכבוד נרתעת מתחמקת מגילוי את הרבי משגרת אל העם. לבדה נותרת יום ולילה שם. רצונה שאנו נתקשר כולנו רק למלך שהרבי לנו יהיה, יתוועד ינחה יחיה, אבא וספרים לחסידים. פניה לא ראינו, שמה לא הגינו כל הדרך, אך את מהותה בעצמותה היא מסרה לכל עדתה, כל רגע מהחייה לנו. אוי בתלה כבר את גדולה, והווה משיח גאולה, אוי בזכות צניעותה מסירותה לכל עדתה. אוי בתלה כבר את גדולה, והווה משיח גאולה, אוי בזכות צניעותה מסירותה לכל עדתה. נעלמת מסתתרת מכולם, מכבוד נרתעת מתחמקת מגילוי, את הרבי משגרת אל לבדה נותרת יום ולילה שם. So again, if you didn't understand the words, you felt the beauty of the nigun. Again, it was talking about the Rebbe being very lonely, that she didn't have children. All she had was the Rebbe. And the Rebbe used to stay in 770 for hours and hours and hours. She used to wait up for him. She used to sit at the table, wait till the Rebbe came back home, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and she gave him a cup of tea and listened to what the Rebbe had to tell her. Some stories of what they say that the Shalom Bayit, the sweetness of the relationship with Rebbe Rebbetzen was amazing. They interviewed the maidservant that used to work at the home, one of the cleaners, black lady, and she was crying and crying and crying. She said, "You're going to miss the Rebbetzen." She says, "You don't understand. You don't understand. What is the Rebbe going to do now that the Rebbetzen is gone? Who is going to comfort him? Who's going to listen to him with a cup of tea at night, just that he can vent all these anxiety?" It's like that's what she saw. That's what she saw. Okay, so let's do another nigun connected with the Rebbetzen. This song is the nigun of her father. Her father was the Rebbe Rayatz, Rabbi Yosef Yitzchak, and this nigun was composed by Rebbe Aaron Charitonov, but Rayatz really loved it, and because it has the feeling of what a Beinoni is in Tanya, that's what he said. You can feel in this, you can see what the Alter Rebbe wanted us to be. He wanted us to be, actually the Alter Rebbe wanted to call us Bali Tshuva. The Hasidim, he wanted to say the Hasidim are Bali Tshuva, because every day we have to get closer and closer to Hashem. We have to do Tshuva all the time. But it didn't work out, and on the other hand, the Misnagdim called us Hasidim, and it stuck. That name stuck. So it's not because we were snobbish and snobs and we call ourselves Hasidim. The Misnagdim say that we are Hasidim. So we're trying to be. Yes, we're trying to be really full of love and full of earnesty and full of enthusiasm of serving Hashem. That's what a Chassid is. The Rebbe used to say, a Chassid of his is not the person that wears a black hat and black coat and, he says, if you make sure that today the world is going to be better than yesterday, then you're my Chassid. So here's a song about the Beinoni from the Friedrich Rebbe, from the previous Rebbe, composed by Rabbi Aaron Charitonov. the Beinoni. Didn't feel like I needed to sing. The nigun is talking by itself. A nigun talks. Beinoni by Rabbi Aaron Charitonov. Now let's go to the other birthday, the birthday of the Rebbe. The Rebbe didn't compose nigunim himself, but there's two kinds of nigunim connected with the Rebbe. The first kind is the nigunim that he taught. There were some years that he was teaching a nigun either on Pesach or on Simchat Torah. Most of them were on Simchat Torah. And it started at the year of Tafshin Yun Gimel in 1952. No, 53. It was in Shavuot. So it was 1953. And he says, the nigunim that the Rebbeim taught, but we don't know them so much, so he's going to teach us. And so I think it was that year. On what day did he teach? He taught Samad Echanafsi was the first one. But then, so that's much earlier. Tafshin Tetvav. On Pesach, that's the second nigun they taught. Tafshin Tetvav, 1955. He taught on Shavuot, on Pesach, on the night of Pesach, he taught this nigun, Vehisha Amda. And it's so relevant, all generation, and especially by us, it's always relevant, that, every generation that those that are trying to annihilate us, and, if not for Hashem, we wouldn't be able to survive. But Hashem comes and saves us from them. So that's the Vehisha Amda. From the Haggadah, it's a good question. Somebody asked me the last time I was teaching this. Vehisha Amda, and she is what stood for us. Who's she? What's Vehisha Amda? Anybody know what the he stands for? We said in the Haggadah, there's all this happened and all the hardships in Egypt and there. Vehisha Amda la'avotenu v'lanu, because not only one tried to annihilate them, ela b'chol dor le'eli generation, v'akadosh baruch Hu. She, in Hebrew, is it, it's the promise, the Hashem promised the fathers, the forefathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, that He's going to save us and take us out of Egypt. So that's what stood and what helped to save us. And it's still standing till this day. שבכל דור ודור Hashem saves us from them. Hashem always saves us from them. Who composed this nigun? Most of the nigunim the Rebbe taught, we don't know who composed them, but this one we do know. It's a Karliner nigun. A nigun that comes from Karlin. And it's probably Rabbi Aaron Karlin that composed it himself, the first Rebbe of Karlin. There was a big love between the Alter Rebbe and the Rabbi Aaron. So there's a connection between Chabad and Karlin all through. The Rebbe loved the davening in the Nusach Karlin. You know, he used to have a chazan, a Baal Tfilah in 770. He was a Karliner that knew how to daven in the Karlin style. And with this nigun, the Rebbe said, you want to hear a nice Karliner nigun, and he taught the nigun. So this was a Karliner one. We'll do another Karliner one next week. Let's do another one that the Rebbe taught, which is connected to all the Chagim, not only Pesach, but each one of the Chagim. When we, in the Tfilat Amidah in the Shmoneh Esrei, we say, Ata bechartanu mikol ha'amim. You know, you chose us from all the nations. And when we say you chose us, what did he choose? You have to choose between two things that are somehow parallel, identical, you know, similar in some way. They have to be similar in some way. The Rebbe explains that the Hashem chose the Jewish body, not the Jewish soul. He chose the Jewish body because the Jew looks as if it's just like anybody else. But either he has a Jewish soul that was born with, or he finds out that he has a Jewish soul and he converts and he becomes Jewish. And they're very, very dear. All these converts are very, very dear to Hashem. And you know, so he chose the Jewish body that looks as if it's just like all other nations. And that's one thing the Rebbe explained. The other thing explained about this song is it has two parts. We're talking about Baalei Tshuva, right? That's the Alter Rebbe wanted us to be Baalei Tshuva. We're trying to do tshuva. Every Chag we're trying to do tshuva, yeah. And then I make tshuva that I didn't prepare enough for the Chag, and the Chag went so fast, and I didn't even have the taste that I wanted for the Chag. You know, it's like, take advantage, you know, enjoy, even with the cleaning and with everything. So, two parts of the nigun. First part is the tzaddikim. Everything is straight and clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, very nice. Then comes the second part, and the second part, everything is doubled. Also, it's much happier, much more energy, and everything is repeated. Every sentence is repeated. The Rebbe says, "Kiflaim letushiyah." The Baalei Tshuva have everything is double. The double power, double blessings. Everything is double. And let's do. Asa bechatanu. Ata bechatanu mikol ha'amim. Ata v'ahavta otanu beratzita. ורוממתנו מכל הלשונות, וקידשתנו במצוותיך, וקרבתנו מלכנו בעבודתך, בשמך הגדול והקדוש עלינו קראת. אתה בחרתנו מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, ורוממתנו מכל לשון, קידשתנו במצוותיך, ורוממתנו מכל לשון, וקידשתנו במצוותיך. אתה בחרתנו מכל העמים, מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, ורוממתנו מכל לשון, קידשתנו במצוותיך, ורוממתנו מכל לשון, וקידשתנו במצוותיך, ורוממתנו מרדנו מעבודתך, מכל העמים, מכל העמים. You could feel the difference between the first part, straight face, and the second part, all dancing. That's another nigun that the Rebbe taught. Let's do another one that the Rebbe taught. Is Rachel Ktsiya still with us? Yes, Rachel Ktsiya, in honor for your birthday. You wanna ask for a nigun that the Rebbe taught? One of the
מה עם
nigunim?
השיר הזה שניגן מקודם? גבורות? זה מהרבי?
We'll do that later. This was written for the Rebbe's birthday, but let's do one that the Rebbe taught. We have Anim Zmirot.
What did the Rebbe?
Anim Zmirot or Shamil. We have all kinds of them. So maybe you want one of those.
The one you like the best.
Well, we'll make a pal. Who wants what? Yochevet.
The one that you like the best.
You know them? You know Anim Zmirot or you know Shamil? Do you know them?
Anim Zmirot.
רחל, אפשר עניים זמירות?
Okay, here we go, we're doing it. בבקשה.
רחל?
כן, כן, אנחנו עושים עניים זמירות.
יופי, תודה.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
That's a nigun, that's a nigun. Yeah, nigun goes all the way to your soul and takes you inside out. They asked, I don't remember whose expression it was, that if you take a chassid, and turn him inside out, what you find inside would be love for Hashem, nigun. I know, it's like, so the nigun goes in and does that cleaning for us. Okay, now let's go to the other kind of nigunim that are connected with the Rebbe's birthday, are nigunim that were written or combined with a nigun for his birthday. So the one you asked for, Chelktzia, is Avo B'Gvurot. What was it before it was Avo B'Gvurot? I don't remember. Maybe it says it here. Let's see if it says it here, because I don't remember. That was in Tafshin Lamed Bet, when the Rebbe became 70 years old. And they wrote a lot of nigunim that year. They say that after the Verbrengen, this is another one we're going to do. The Rebbetzen asked for if there's a how do you call it today? Tape with the songs from the Verbrengen. She wants to hear it again. She loved one of the songs. I'll tell which one it is soon. but I promised another one. That year, they explained another pasuk from his chapter every Farbrengen. Avot B'Gvurot was Rabbi Shimon ben Zion Altos. He combined it with it, but it's original Hasidic Nigunim. So I don't know if it has words before or not. Avot B'Gvurot Hashem Elokim, Azkir את צדקתך לבדיך. 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 Avot Hashem Elokim, Azkir את צדקתך לבדיך. That's one. Now the one that the Rebbe asked for the recording, probably not only that one, but some of them from the same Farbrengen, was Becha Hashem Chasiti. Becha Hashem Chasiti was not a Chabad Nigun. Originally, it's a Bobov Nigun. It was composed by the Rebbe of Bobov, the Rabbi Ben Zion Halberstam, the Kedushat Zion, the first Bobov Rebbe, and by the Bobov and the singers without words. The Rebbetzen said she heard that in Becha Hashem Chasiti that the singing for Farbrengen was amazing. You know, Shir Miyuchad Mimenu, it's a very special song, so she wanted to hear it. So we're going to do it. Okay, so here, connected between the Rebbe and the Rebbetzen. Yeah, we'll do more later. Becha. Again, saying, in you, Hashem, I trust. I'm never going to be let down. Hashem is never going to let us down because we trust in Him. Becha Hashem chasiti, al levosha le'olam. 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 That's another one. Let's see. Yeah, one of the ones that connects with Parashat Shavua that I want to do is actually it connects with last week's Parsha, but it connects with this week's Shabbos, which is Rosh Chodesh Nissan. And on Rosh Chodesh Nissan, there was the inauguration of the Mishkan, of the tabernacle, and it's the first time that the Shekhinah came down. At first it didn't, and everybody was worried, and the people were frustrated. They said, all this work we put into it, and it doesn't work, it doesn't click, it doesn't get alive, it's not being turned on. And Aaron and Moshe went into Ol Moed and they were praying and asking for mercy, and then the Shekhinah came down, and everybody could see that there was a fire coming down to eat the korbanot, to eat the sacrifices on the Mizbeach. It looked like a line of fire that came down to eat. and ויפול העם, וירונו, ויפול, everybody fell on the faces, and Moshe Rabbeinu blessed everybody, and he says, תשרה שכינה במסעיכם, that the Shekhinah will be dwelling on the whatever you do, handicraft, whatever you made. והינו השם אלוקינו עלינו, מעשה ידינו כוננה אלינו. Moshe said it then, so here we're going to sing it. שובה השם עד מתי? It's time that you come back and have mercy on us, and sab'enu b'boker, it's time that have mercy, and the Geulah should come already. Which chapter of Tehillim? You should open your books. I didn't prepare text this week, but you can open Tehillim. It's Tehillim chapter 90. It was on Tafshin Nun Aleph 1991, Nissan, and it was composed by Shraga Fight 11. He was the one who composed it. Shuva, Hashem ad mahatai vehinachem al abadecha, sabenu baboker chazecha, nirannena v'nismecha b'chol yameinu. Shuva, Hashem ad mahatai vehinachem al abadecha, sabenu baboker chazecha, nirannena v'nismecha b'chol yameinu. Nirannena v'nismecha b'chol yameinu. It's a real song. The song is round, and it's round and round. You can't stop. Once you get in, you want to go out and on and on. But our time is going to run out. So let's do some more from the Rebbe's birthday, Nigunim. Which one you want? Let's see. I know. There's one that, one of the first ones. Okay. Samech Nafshi. Which one?
כן,
Slow
בבקשה.
or fast?
של הרב, שהרבי היה שם.
Okay, so the slow one is the one from the Alter Rebbe, that the people forgot and the Rebbe had to teach it. So let's do it.
Let's do both.
Such thirst. Such thirst. So let's do the fast one. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi, kama, 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 kama lecha besari. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi, kama, 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 kama lecha besari. Ech tidu markush totiyet yeshna yamarku nekupla yeshne prada yeshne kara besari. Ech tidu markush totiyet yeshna yamarku nekupla yeshne prada yeshne kara besari. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi, kama, 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 kama lecha besari. Hey, tzama, 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 tzama lecha nafshi, kama, 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 kama lecha besari. Ech tidu markush totiyet yeshna yamarku nekupla yeshne prada yeshne kara besari. Ech tidu markush totiyet yeshna yamarku nekupla yeshne prada yeshne kara besari. Let's choose another one connected with Geula from the Nigunim written for the Rebbe's birthday. They're all connected. Not so famous. I don't know if we should do it. From Shalom Brochstadt, there's two of them here. He wrote many, beginning with Shalom Fartel, Shraga Fartel also. Okay. Let's do רצית השם על שיחה? No, ילכו מחיל אל חיל. You probably know it, so you can sing with me. They'll go from strength to strength. The difference between people and angels is angels are, they're stuck. They're steady, they're always the same, they don't change, they always stay the same. Whatever level they are, that's the level they were and they will be. But people, they're walking. That's called mehalchim. The people that are walking, they can go from strength to strength, from step to step. That's what we're going to do, get to Mashiach. ילכו מחיל, חיל, ילכו מחיל, חיל, ילכו also could go on and on and on. It's very round. Aviva, what song do you want? Choose something. I don't hear you yet. You have to open your microphone.
You believe it? My head doesn't think.
I don't know a song like that.
Can I help?
Yes,
I don't know.
please.
I don't know the name, but I can start the first few notes.
Okay.
Beautiful. What's the name of this melody?
I don't know. They sing it by Chabad and by Breslov and by many other Chassidiyot. It doesn't have words. It's a happy song. שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו ותן חלקנו בתורתך. שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו ותן חלקנו בתורתך. We'll finish with this, but I wanted to do another song before that was written for the Rebbe's birthday by Rebbetzen Chaya Mushka, fresh from this week. A new song on the new chapter of the Rebbe, which is 121. And Esa Einai להרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. So let's do it. Esa Einai אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. Esa Einai Esa Einai להרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. Esa Einai להרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. עזרי נעים אשר עושה שמיים וארץ. 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 אשא עיניי אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי. 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 עזרי נעים אשר עושה שמיים וארץ. 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 שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה בימינו ותן חלקנו בתורתך. 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 שיבנה בית המקדש במהרה should go on singing, dancing with Mashiach in Bet HaMikdash, and בקרוב ממש, today already. And Yochevet, you're coming to Israel very soon. I hope everything works out for you. להתראות.